Oh, this
Oh. This is wet. Alright, so how are you supposed to talk with this on?
I didn't think that through. We're just gonna make it work. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with Oro, one of my best friends who's also half goddess. So if you haven't already, go check out her channel. It's Oro Omene. She makes great videos. So yeah, today we are going to be doing a skincare video. We're gonna be doing masks while talking about some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're not going to show this on camera, but before you do your face mask, you're supposed to wash your face because you want to make sure that your skin is clean before you're moisturizing it, and so that it can absorb all the good stuff from the mask. So Oro and I both use this.
The Bond.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably do a product shot, whatever. But this is the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. Yes, this is the travel size because ain't nobody got bread for the full size.
Shoot.
Okay.
I have the sample size, so it's cool.
But yeah, travel size works just as good as a full size. Same thing. So before we start our masks, we're going to be toning our faces. I use this toner. It's the Neutrogena alcohol-free toner. You want to do alcohol-free, or like, I kind of stay away from alcohol and witch hazel because it's a bit harsh on your skin. So yeah, I use this one. Do you use a particular toner?
I actually use the one with the man in the beard on it. I don't remember the name of it. I think it's Thayer's or something. It's like a red cap. It's witch hazel, but mine is alcohol free. I mean, witch hazel for me is okay because my skin is kind of tough.
Yeah, but like with skincare, you want to just, you can experiment whatever works for you. Everybody's skin type's different, so yeah. Let's do this. Anyway, so I wanted to chat about this blog. I don't even know where it's from, but this blogger that I follow, Jen M, she posted a picture on Instagram and her caption was, "I'm not a businesswoman, I'm a business woman." So I wanted to chat a little bit about that and kind of like what that could mean for people, because I know that Oro has a lot of side hustles. How did you like start that?
Well, basically, I mean, I feel like that quote speaks to me because it's like not because I didn't give it a second thought, if that makes sense. I feel like that quote is like, I'm a business woman, like I'm just a business. Like I didn't think about, oh, I'm a woman and I'm a businesswoman. Like I think the same goes for me with my side hustles. I didn't sit there and be like, oh, I want to start a business. I kind of just did. Like I was good at certain things and I was like, you know what, I'm broke. I need to make some money off of it. And I created like a brand by accident. Like I'll never forget when I started doing hair. It wasn't because like I wanted to become this celebrity hairstylist or whatever. It was literally because this lady messed up my hair and I was sick of salons messing up my hair, so I was like, I'm gonna watch as many YouTube videos as possible so I could figure out how to do my own hair. And then one day, like my first day of school was a huge thing in my high school, and one girl from my dance team calls me like the night before the first day of school and she's like, my hair appointment got canceled. I know that you said you did your own hair, so like, can I come over? And she literally came over and paid me $30 to do a sew-in, and like from that day on, and it was a really, really good sew, and I was nervous because I lied and said that I had did it before.
Well, you gotta fake it till you make it.
Right.
Yeah.
And like since then, it just like, I started doing every single person's hair at school, and then when I came to college, I came home for one winter, and I was like, it would be cool if I took pictures of like professional pictures of like the hairstyles. And then the professional picture turned into this whole production, and like I had like video, like it was this whole thing. I spent so much money on it. I had like 12 models.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, and like since then it just became, our picture went viral on like Twitters and like social media, and like since then it just turned into a business. It was just organic.
Okay, so real quick, we are going to be doing the Tony Moly Rice face mask sheets, and they are for clear skin. I love Tony Moly. They sell these at Urban Outfitters, but you can get them in Chinatown on the low. So that's where
Wait, we're using Urban Outfitters masks? Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah, so either Chinatown or Koreatown. It's like on 35th Street for those of you who live in New York. Go check them out. They always have these on sale for like you can get like 20 for $10 or something. Like, yeah, you can go super ham with these.
How much are they at Urban Outfitters though?
I think they're like 3 for $10 or something.
Oh, okay, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Wait, no, 20 for 10.
Bad.
What? See?
That's crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, so here you go, Oro. I don't think I've ever done this without a mirror.
Okay, you're right. I didn't realize that till you just said that. That's cold. That's cold. That's cold.
It actually feels really soothing. Yeah, most of these masks smell really nice, so I don't mind these. I've had masks that smell like mad chemicals, and I'm like, what am I putting on my face?
Ooh, the perfume's got me there for a second.
Oh, you don't
Smells
like the way it
underneath.
smells?
No, it smells good, but
Oh, it's like right
it's
on
like
the
right
nostril.
under my nose. And like, I don't do well with like, I do well, but like strong perfumes right under my nose, I start to sneeze.
I feel you. Okay, so I like to work the mask, and then all of this extra juice, I just put it on my neck. Because most of us forget our neck. But your neck.
Face sign of age.
Yes, it's the first sign of age. You could tell someone's old by their neck.
That kind of sucks.
I know.
I mean, you can't even help that.
I know. So let's talk more about like, you know, having your side hustles and stuff like that, because I can kind of relate to that. I started doing choreography out of high school. One thing that I struggled with was, because as I started doing more choreography gigs, one thing that I struggled with was putting like a price tag on my services, because it's like, one, I was a senior in high school, like, what do I try? Did you ever struggle with that, or?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, it's kind of different with hair because like, not back in the day, but like, obviously to work in a hair salon, you have to like have a hair license, and like, you have to have like all of these certifications in order for you to charge what salon prices are, right? So the first girl charged me $30, right? And it was like, okay, that's fine for me because like that's the first time I've ever done someone's hair, and I didn't really expect to be paid. But then like as I transitioned into like getting more and more customers, it became difficult for me to figure out my price point because I knew I was doing it a lot better than the salons. Like, and the salons were charging like $100+ for like simple sew-ins. But I was like starting to charge for it. Like I didn't know if it was because I didn't know what the salons were charging for. So what I've more recently come into understanding, and this is after like doing hair for like 6 or 7 years. Yeah, I've just more recently come to a point where I can understand my price point because it's no longer about licensure, it's about talent. And what I basically do is I'm always researching on talent. Like sometimes people find it weird that I know all of these like hairstylists. Like I know hairstylists like I know celebrities. Like some like you know Anne Hathaway, like I know Alonzo Arnold. Like that's like that's like my thing. Like so anyway, cut long story short, I'll look at the celebrity hairstylists, or I'll compare myself to like regular hair salons, and then I'll compare my work, and I'll basically break down what the cost of my services are compared to the salon. And obviously the salon has like a space they have to pay for, and obviously I don't know, electricity, utilities and shit. So I just kind of cut that out, if that makes sense. And then tailor my price to what I think I'm worth. Right. That's the hard part. It's like trying to figure out how much you're worth. But I don't know. How do you figure out like how much? Like how do you? I don't know. It's tough. Like how do you figure out what you're worth?
Well, I haven't done choreography in a while, but yeah, I guess I started thinking about it because I'm applying to jobs, and they're asking like, what do you want as your salary?
Starting salary.
Yeah, what is your starting salary? And I'm looking at more like creative jobs or like content creation jobs, and it's like, how do you put a price tag on the things you create or like the ideas you have. And it boils so much down to your self-worth. And I remember asking one of my coworkers who's a male, and he's like, you know, shoot for the stars. And it wasn't until then that I realized, like, wow, women, something about women and like the pay gap, that's what I like, that's what the first thing that came to my head. Because he's over here like reach for the stars, and I'm over here like, okay, like I'm just starting out, so maybe I should just go for like, you know, something low or whatever, or like below average. And he's over here saying like shoot for the stars. And all the articles I read about like the gender pay gap and stuff is like men are more likely to overestimate like what they're worth, and women underestimate. And it's like, why do we do that? Like, we're so awesome.
Right. That's so interesting. Like, I feel like that's so weird that you say that, because like that's not something that I think about, but that's so true. I was watching this TED Talk about having a seat at the table, like claiming your seat at the table as a woman, right? And she was kind of like I don't remember who was giving the TED Talk, but I remember it being along the lines of like, women don't, like you said, women underestimate themselves. Women are like really anxious to think about what they're worth and what they should have, even though like a lot of the things that they should have, they should be entitled to. But men shouldn't be entitled to, like, well, let me not start a gender war, but
yeah, there's just like a lot surrounding that. But I think one thing that's helped me through this like job hunt process is having Joanna, who's our supervisor. We have like,
she's the best.
Yeah, shout out Joanna.
Women studies.
So we have our one-on-ones with her, and like she really helps me. And like I never ever thought about it before, but the importance of having a strong woman leader as a supervisor, role model in your life. And like, don't get me wrong, I've always had like my mom, my aunties, like they're all phenomenal, successful women, but like to have somebody that, you know, directly supervises you, who is a strong woman leader, who's there to support you and help you navigate through these situations, like that is so important. And I never thought about that before, because before all the jobs I worked, all of my bosses or supervisors were men. And I don't want to turn it into a gender thing, but like I have just been thinking about this a lot lately, and it's like been hard for me to like connect with my past supervisors, and I never thought it was like a gender thing. But I mean, it may not be a gender thing, it just like, that's what I'm thinking about currently in this moment.
No, I totally get it. Like, it's kind of one of those things where I think it's interesting, because gender is always something that everyone's like on the hush hush about. Like, it's always like, oh, I don't want to make it like a gender thing, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like, it is what it is. Like, when you have a supervisor like Joanna, like, who encourages you, and like, you can have any supervisor encourage you, but like you can also see, like, as a woman, you can relate to that person,
right? And
you can see like you can see that they can empathize with everything that you're doing, because they understand what's going on with you, because they're also a woman, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So then, because they can understand what's going on with you, it's easier for you to kind of relate and take what they're saying as like more valuable, if that makes sense. Like with Joanna, I feel like I can talk about work, but then I can also talk about how, or integrate how like my week, or how my feelings, or how like I could just have like the whole package, if that makes sense.
Don't get me wrong, I have had some great male supervisors as well. Like this isn't like
a male.
yeah. This isn't that. It's just talking about experiences or whatever.
But I guess, like, I just wanted to bring it back to, like, the quote that you were saying earlier. Like, I think that we need to start separating gender from, like, success. And, like, gender from, like, I don't know, just, like, happiness and things like that. I feel like that's what that quote is all about. It's kind of like, don't categorize me, you know, as a businesswoman, because it's like, now you're adding something that has nothing to do with my business, you know, to my business. Like, I'm a woman, but it's like, what does that have to do with my business? Why is it such an accomplishment for me to be a businesswoman.
Labeled
Like
a
it's just,
businesswoman.
it's not that. It's like what? Like what does that even mean? You're a businesswoman, or like it doesn't mean anything, because at the end of the day, like I'm a business, I'm a brand. I'm my success is disconnected from my gender. Like I'm not successful because of my gender, and I'm not successful. You know, I'm not successful because of my gender, if that makes sense. And I think that
and like I'm not measured. My success isn't measured because of
exactly. It's about my talent. It's about like what I bring to the table. It's about the strides that I take. It's about the decisions that I make, and that's how it kind of should be.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I totally agree. But I also I think it's just important to sit down and think about these things.
But yeah, so I think it's really important to have these conversations and, you know, encourage other people to have these conversations. I also think that these conversations just shouldn't just be between like women and friends. Like it's a forum that should be open to all.
To everybody. Yeah, you mentioned seat at the table. Everybody should pull up their chair, no matter your race, ethnicity, gender, sexuality. Like why can't we just all...
Why can't we have our own tables? Why I gotta sit at a...
table that was put there?
Yeah, like...
Let me build that table.
Let me build my own table. But yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, so everybody should just be happy being who they are and living their truth.
Yes.
So yeah, we're not business women. We're businesses.
We're businesses, women. That was a terrible tagline.
I don't know, I feel like it's been 20 minutes, so after I take off the mask... Oh, shoot. Oh, I thought I had some stuff
makeup
on
on it. You want line in them you didn't wash your face?
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you. This mask was awesome.
Yeah, no prob.
My face feels refreshed and shiny.
Yay. Now let's go tackle the day. Alright, so that's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to Oro if you aren't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.